Hey, quickly before we get into the video, I quickly wanted to share some news about the Signal/Premium group we have. Because over the last couple of weeks, going into the summer, but also the rest of the year, we have started drawing up some plans for spot accumulation of coins like Bitcoin, XRP, but also Solana. So for example, how we started was buying Bitcoin. We actually had limits right here from 100,000 into 98,000. Went in big, are making a lot of profit right now. So if you're interested in spot accumulation plans like that, outside of future signals, consider joining. But that's it for now. Just wanted to let you know about that. And now let's get into the video. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Cilinix Crypto and welcome to this new video right here on Solana. Interesting video because we actually got some ETF news, or at least, a little bit. It's not full confirmed yet. But obviously, and this is something we've spoken about quite often in the Solana videos, which I try to keep you updated on all the ETF updates and everything that's going on regarding Solana. So that's what I'll do in this video as well. But obviously, that ETF, I think is one of the main things with Solana that I think you need to be ready for, and also one of the main things that I think can push Solana higher. And this morning, after the news that we got, which we'll get to in a moment, Solana has also performed relatively well. Now I have to say that you can see earlier coins like Jito, Jupiter, and WIF performed very well compared to other assets. That has decreased a little bit over the last hour. All right, so the market is toning back a little bit, and I think that's normal as well, right? Because we got some news, and personally, I do think the Solana ETF is coming soon. But I don't think the news was good enough to push prices higher as well. So let's get to the news. First of all, if you watched my last video, you perfectly knew what was going to happen. This was exactly what I said in my last video. Or I think the arrows were drawn a little bit different. But what I said it was that Solana had some imbalances here to the downside, which you can see right here. This is an imbalance. We tapped down into that imbalance right here, and I said, I think it's likely we'll tap that imbalance and then get back here and then get that move up. So now, I wasn't completely correct. What's happening right now is kind of in the middle of my prediction, because now what we should have is a move up. And the question is whether we can get that, yes or no. And I think the answer to that is a little bit nuanced, all right? Because the news that we got overnight was this. From Eric Balchunas, which is a senior ETF analyst at Bloomberg, so very reliable. He got some intel that this Rex, which is some sort of an institutional asset manager, is pushing forward the Rex Osprey Sol Plus Staking ETF. And it seems like, this is what the SEC says, that they have no further comments on their request to list that, right? So that's seen as a bit of good news. It is good news, but I also don't think it automatically means that the Solana ETF is going live, and it also doesn't mean that they won't have comments at some point of time later, right? So that's why I think on the short term, this move up, it's purely in line with the technicals as well, and I do think the move is trustworthy, but I think it's a little bit too far to say that this is going to cause a huge rally for Solana. I think down the line we can still expect that, right? Because ultimately the fundamentals for Solana outside of the ETF, but the ETF obviously is fundamentally bullish for Solana. The fundamentals for Solana are great, right? So then you have great fundamentals right here, as you can see, and you have the ETF coming up. So therefore, I already think it's most likely that we're going to get a move up into 150, which is a bit of a annoying level here in the middle where we have some major confluences, but then also the top of the range right here at 158. So that is what I do expect. However, even though we got good news, I think it's blown out of proportion a little bit, and I would say it's more likely that we're going to consolidate a bit first, maybe get one more spike down before getting that move. But I do still think, because this is exactly what I said in my last video as well, that this is most likely. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I think that's what you need to know for now. So if you do have any questions, anything, let me know down in the comments. Have a great weekend. I'll see you all in my next videos. Consider subscribing if you're interested in Solana and all the updates regarding the ETF. But that's it for now. Thank you for watching. Take care and bye.